guys, J-Man37X here, bringing you Minecraft Snapshots 14W03, 4, and 5 in a nutshell. So let's get right to it. Fill and clone commands that allow you to do much larger scale terrain editing, much simpler, but I don't really know how to use them. Allows changes to how skins work, including adding an extra layer, similar to how hats used to work, to the entire body, and making it so that you can change the left and right arms and legs independently from each other. This includes a new skin customization tab in the options menu that allows you to further tweak what you can and can't see. Mostly all the new layers that they added for all the different parts are now toggleable. New /particle command that allows you to spawn particles in a certain area, which I also don't really know how to use. Items and item frames can now be rotated 45 degrees instead of 90, allowing for 8 different directions. These different directions also each give off a different level of redstone strength depending on how many times you right-click to rotate it. After rotating an item for the 8th time and onwards, it just loops. Buttons can now be placed on ceilings and floors, and you can now summon iron golems, snow golems, and withers with dispensers filled with pumpkins or wither skulls, and by having it dispense that item on top of the corresponding block layout. Blocks that are actually transparent are now rendered as transparent, so not only do extra texture packs no longer work, but this trick that some of you might have used, like Bex used to use to look into caves, no longer works. A new Spectator game mode was implemented, which allows for zero interaction with anything in the world, but it allows you to do things such as flying through blocks, viewing inventories, and just flying around pretty much wherever you want to. Well, you can't land in Spectator Mode, you can scroll the scroll wheel while you're flying to change the speed at which you fly, and viewing yourself in F5 shows you as a translucent, disembodied head. You can also now, in Spectator Mode, left-click on a player or entity, and you will then see the world through their perspective. There are also 3 entities that react a bit differently when you view the world from their perspective, including Endermen, creepers, and spiders. A new block known as barrier has been introduced. While it's completely invisible and invincible, it still acts just the same as any solid block would. Things such as redstone and ladders can be placed on barriers just the same as any other solid block. However, things directly attached to barrier blocks can only be seen from certain angles. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. It also includes a new skin customization tab in the options menu that allows you to even further change what you see and don't see, for if you want to go through sleeves before battle. Items and item frames can now be rotated at 45 degrees instead of 90, allowing for 8 different potential combinations. Buttons can now be placed on ceilings and floors, and only blocks that are actually transparent are now rendered as transparent, so not only do X-ray texture packs no longer work, but this trick that used to allow you to look into caves also. A new block known as barrier was introduced, which is a completely translucent and invisible block that acts as it would imply, a completely solid block. A new block known as barrier has been introduced, which is a completely translucent block that acts completely solid. A new block known as barrier has been introduced. It acts just the same as any solid block does, except the fact that it is completely invincible.